Good morning to everyone. So today I'll start with one powerful quote. For those who believe, no proof is necessary. And for those who don't believe, no proof is possible. I hope you can say yes for that, because without belief, you can't do anything. So once you believe, you are capable to do anything. Good morning and good morning to everyone. Welcome to another meeting of Satvik Toastmaster Club for the Healthy Living. I am Chandrasekhar Sajjan, the Sergeant at Arms for the today's meeting. Mission of a Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and self-personal growth. In order to a smooth meeting, there are few ground rules has to follow to everyone. So please set your cell phone to silent mode to minimize the disturbance. And speakers are requested to refrain from making any reference to the politics, sex, religion, and their speeches. And please put yourself in mute whenever somebody is speaking, and don't interrupt while someone is speaking. So be attentive throughout the meeting. So without any further ado, let me hand over the baton to our young and energetic president, Toastmaster Shahid Sheikh, who is working as a developer in one of the corporate company. So I invite our president, Shahid Sheikh, to give his opening address. Let's have a great meeting. Hand over to Shahid.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Chandra, for your energetic start with a quotation. Yes, belief is very much needed. Welcome, good morning, everyone, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome to yet another exciting session at Toastmasters Club. As we are getting delayed, I will just kickstart with our theme, and we are having a very good theme lined up for today's discussion. So let me hand over the baton to our TM Modi Toastmaster Vrunda Shashikumar, who is joining all the way from Vancouver to explain us a wonderful topic today and to deep dive into that which help us in our daily lives. So our baton, sorry, now the virtual stage is yours, Vrunda.
Thank you, President Shahid Sheikh, and good morning and greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Can I hear some noise? Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Great.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, looks so nice to see some familiar faces and some new faces, and really pleased to be here. Today's topic is a bit thought-provoking. It's about, we hear a lot about wellness. We have so many wellness initiatives. We have heard so much about it. So the question that naturally came to my mind is, does workplace wellness really matter? And often we hear companies like Google, they offer such wonderful packages. We hear them talking about their food cards, the gym memberships, the work from anywhere. And I used to compare myself saying, like, how does that matter and what really matters to me? And the moment there was this opportunity, I thought, let me just bring this topic to our team and let's just analyze this and slice it up to see what really matters. So I want to ask within ourselves, what question that comes to my mind is, what have you experienced in your workplace? Can you please share like what kind of wellness opportunities your company offers? And how has it impacted you? Does anybody would like to unmute?
Yeah, good morning. I like to start it.
Sure.
Workplace is, yeah, please. Thank you. So workplace is very important because we remain more than 12 hours in workplace. And even we leave our office, our mind is continuously on that place. So like in my company, 18 years old company, and the staff is more than 11 years old. Means I can say that whoever has joined till date means has not left it. The reason is workplace because we give a good culture. Of course, I have recruited every person. So I started with primary only, and we do not take experience. We do not take MBA. We just take a graduate, and we do a training. Every step by step, we train them, and we bring them to a certain stage so that they excel and they feel the involvement in the company. And apart from workplace, is very important that whatever they think means that they require, we give immediately. I'll give a recent example. One of my employee came to me and told me that I need a 5 lakh. In whatever, if you go in any other company, they will ask, give this letter and this formalities. So, but I have maintained a good culture. So immediately I've given a cash of 5 lakh and says, okay, whenever you think you can pay it without any given. So this goes to the all the employees a positive attitude that whatever is there, that the company is there to serve you, and he will be there. I tell you one more example. In Holi, my one of employees' father got expired, so only 10% came because of holiday. It is a holy festival. So I was in 10% in their family only, and these things they bring a culture. They understand that they are immense. Like we are a family, and anything they are very open. They discuss with me, and they means we go beyond just working. We is like more like a family. You can say an extended family. Yeah, thank you.
That's wonderful to hear. I mean, it's just a small setup, and probably any employee, I think you're checking all the things that probably an ideal employee or an employee would look in an ideal employer, is how I would put it. And let's ask from other people, what else do you see? Like, what have you seen so far, and how do you feel it's impacted you? Shahid, would you
Can I
like to
go?
say something? Oh yeah, Lakshmi, please go.
Hi, good morning, good evening, everyone. So after I recently shifted to Pune, the reason why I had disappeared from the meeting was because we had shifted and I was settling down. And before shifting to Pune, just before shifting to Pune, I joined a new group. So we are a small group building a very beautiful company. So we are into scaling up coaching, and we have six coaches who have been past CEOs who have come together, and we work together with mid corporate companies. So I have worked in different industries over the last 2 decades. And one major thing that I find with this team is that one, they are all A players, they are all experts in their fields. Second thing is the entire team shares a common vision. So the purpose vision of the entire team, they are very accommodative. I am the junior most in the team who has not been a CEO, but they never differentiate that. So whatever inputs I have for a particular business initiative, they consider that with as much importance as they consider an opinion from the founder of the company. So that makes the entire team very closely built. So I think in workplace, wellness is very much positively correlated to the kind of team you are in, where you are accommodated very well and where you can use your skill sets to the best possible way. And another major thing that the company has is they insist that you should not overwork. So we have a hybrid system where a major part of our back end works happen from home, And we meet the clients on their office only maybe around 15 days. You might have to go out and be with the clients. So I think that work-life balance is another thing that contributes more to your wellness. I'm still very busy, just like how I used to be with my other jobs, but I don't feel tired. I feel every day I wake up motivated to work more. I think that is the best thing that can happen to you as a professional, and I think that's one of the companies you should look at to work with. The kind of company you should look at to work with.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you for sharing that. I feel a company wherein you feel like, oh, now the weekend is coming, rather than, oh, when is the weekend going to come? That makes the difference. And I have worked in both these kind of fields, which is
Absolutely.
when is the weekend going to come and how many more days? Oh, that Monday is here again. To a company where I used to feel, oh, I'm going to miss my colleagues. It's Friday. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I can totally relate to this. I just had a quarterly meeting in a very beautiful location in Lonavala, and we had so much of fun. It didn't seem like a work meeting. Our work was getting reviewed, but none of us were tense or none of us bothered. We were having fun.
yeah, I think that's the kind of environment that everybody would want to have. Now, who else? Pramod, you have been on both ends, I think. So, what's your opinion?
See, I heard about the discussion, and this is not a discussion I'm hearing it for the first time. But I personally believe that there is something called work-life balance. I have seen people having no balance in their family, but they are really good at work. Some people, they do enjoy more at their workplace than they do at their home. The question is whether you can find the flow. Like she said,
Mm.
she was in a different job where she was doing the exact amount of work, same pressure, and maybe less than on a hectic schedule, but she was not enjoying. She was feeling depressed, lonely, and she doesn't feel like coming to the office. So I know many people. I ask the same question to all my employees: do you feel like coming to the office on a Monday morning? If you don't feel like coming to your office, then there is something wrong. Finding the flow is very important. If you look at the total hours of a man's life, out of the 24 hours, you sleep 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours minimum. Then you spend another 3-4 hours at your home. The largest portion is being spent at your workplace. You can't draw a line between it is my life and it is my work. No, you have to find a good balance, or you have to find the flow at your workplace. Then the work-life balance, the so-called work-life balance, will happen. You should be able to enjoy each and every moment. But if you are talking about psychological safety at workplace, that is something different. That has nothing to do with work-life balance. That is altogether a different topic. I assume that Vrinda is not talking about that.
Mm.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding about psychological safety. That's a topic that's really dear to me, and maybe that calls for another meeting session someday. But yeah, today, as you said, Pramod, it's very important. What is important is to be in the flow, to have that work-life balance. And I have worked, I've been into banking like you, and those were the days when the ATMs used to go down and you had to go running to fix the ATMs. You had to be in the branch even on a Sunday, especially if there is work going on or if there are some targets to meet. And you had to show up late in the evenings for office parties and so on. And that really didn't mean anything to work-life balance. It was, you used to do it for the fear of being there, because you had to be present and you had to do it even if you enjoy it, ultimately it was work and there was no balance at the time. I think even the term work-life balance was not so popular then as it is now. And now we have Shahid and Chandra. Let me quickly ask you guys as well, and then we'll move further into the meeting. But what's
Yes.
your take, and what have you experienced so far, and what's your how has it impacted you?
Yes, Vrinda, I will take it. Uh, yeah, as I am in a corporate office, so everyone know like every time we will be having our work pressure. So, but how we will take it, it's up to us, whether we take it to home or we will restrict it to the office only. So every time we should not keep work in the mind like we have to complete this and that, but you just keep your way in a relaxed manner. So if something is not working, just try to work some more time and try to get it done. And from our office also, before COVID and after COVID, I've just seen like they are sending some wellness emails. So how we should keep our mental health in a balanced manner. So that difference I observed from COVID to the other one, and the other activities which the organization is doing, like they are doing some fun activities with the employees during the working hours sometime. And recently we had a family fun day, so where they are inviting whole families to the workplace where generally we don't have the access. That way they are increasing somewhat employees engagement in the office. uh, I have went through one survey, as today we are having this session. Yesterday I went through one survey and I found like one third of our life we spent at our work. That's I got it from that survey. So if our work life is good, then the rest of the life we will spend in a quality way. That definitely impacts us. So if we have a organization which is giving us a workplace and a well-being workplace, then that will be a successful organization. And if we are in that, and we will be fortunate to have the balance between our personal as well as in the professional lives. So this is my take, Vrunda.
Well, thank you for sharing. Like what I'm hearing is again like work-life balance, family freedom or connection when you have a family fun day kind of an event. Plus the employee feedback is what your organization has been looking into. So all these are good things. Chandra, what's your experience?
Good morning. From my side, even I'm making constructive things in my mind. So main thing I can say that in workplace has to be environment like cooperation, not competition. So that also matter in our journey of employment, because even though you are in a follow the proper way and in the discipline way, if you don't have any cooperation in the workplace, so that will impact in our journey and in our psychological as well, and it will imbalance our uh, family and work. This is my takeaway. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I totally agree that it has to be everything. Like, it just, since you're spending so much of time, it needs to feel like it needs to fit in. And that's what I want to bring in is how you fit in, like what's the chemistry and how do you fit into the company culture, the values. And let me compare or share what I have worked in different settings in corporate. I worked in the bank wherein you had all the facilities. The one thing that was lacking was probably work-life balance. And then when I was in Canada, I joined one of the biggest insurance companies here, and whatever you required was there in this company. We had even this was a huge corporate, and we, of course, had a subsidized canteen that used to offer gourmet food and all kinds of food. Uh, there used to be celebratory lunches. Then there used to be ice cream days in the summers. We used to have a lot of raffle draws and lot of wellness things wherein, in lucky draws, you used to get iPads and the things like that, like not just ordinary things. You used to get iPads in the lucky draw. Used to get there used to be a wellness floor. And in that wellness floor, we used to have a gym. Of course, we used to have like a full-fledged gym that used to be working. We had a full-time doctor who would be there at service for us. So anybody could walk in and have themselves checked for whatever. We had a sleeping pod where you could go and rest for a while, no questions asked. And I have used it so many times when I had a rough day or I couldn't sleep. I used to go there. There used to be a dark room. Then the timer would be there. You can fix whatever time you want to wake up. You go in and you sleep. And you wake up and you come out. That's it. That was the kind of company that I worked, and still I moved on. So there are definitely things to unpack as to what really matters to an employee, and we'll take that up in the next session. But let's begin with our main section today, which is the speech and the table topic. So we'll keep delving in as we go and try to unpack more. So let me just invite our role players of the day to introduce their roles. First being the timer. The timer is Toastmaster Chandra. Let me invite you to introduce your role today as a timer, Chandra.
Thank you, Vrinda. Greeting Toastmaster and fellow Toastmaster and guests. As a timer, I am serving is your timer for the day, and also alert each speaker of the time for they have left using green card, yellow card, and red card. So those giving speeches should be limit their remarks to their specific speech time. Icebreaker speeches should be between 4 to 6 minutes, and most of the other speeches should be okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, those giving speeches should be limit their remarks to their specific speech time. Icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I'll raise a green card, and 5 minutes, I'll raise a yellow card, and 6 minutes, I'll raise a red card. So most of the other speeches should be 5 to 6 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I'll raise a green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise a yellow card. At 7 minutes, I'll raise a red card. And those table topic speakers should be limit their remarks to not exceed more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise a green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I'll raise yellow card. And 2 minutes, I'll raise red card. And the individual evaluation should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise a green card. At 2 minutes, 30 seconds, I'll raise a yellow card. And 3 minutes, I'll raise a red card. Thank you, Vrinda. I'll hand over to you.
Thank you. And let's now ask our counter to introduce their role. And our counter today is Toastmaster Shahid. So over to you, Shahid, to tell us more about your role.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster TM Modi Vrunda. Today, my role is R counter. The purpose of the R counter is to note down the crutch words or the pause fillers. The crutch words is like and so. And I will be noting down all the good usages as well as not so good usages of the words while during the speeches and the table topics. And at the end of the meeting, I will submit my report whenever it is called. Over to you, TMOD Vrunda.
Thank you. And now we have a wonderful grammarian, Toastmaster Lakshmi. Lakshmi, can I ask you to introduce your role as a grammarian today, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vrinda. Once again, good morning, good evening, everyone. I am DTM Lakshmi, and I am your language evaluator for today. I've come to you with a word of the day and the idiom of the day today. And I would be excited if you keep using these words and idioms as you speak throughout the meeting today. And I'll note down and I'll appreciate you towards the end of the meeting with my report. So the word of the day is burnout, which means physical and emotional exhaustion resulting from chronic workplace stress, leading to reduced performance, detachment, and overall dissatisfaction. If I have to give you an example would be teaching can be very stressful, and many teachers eventually suffer burnout. Can I request one of you to give me another example if you have one?
Yes, I will go, Lakshmi. Yeah,
Please.
today, before starting the meeting, I faced so many hurdles and I burn out today. But I stand in front of you with all those burnouts.
That's quite brave, I would say. Thank you, Shahid. The idiom of the day today is fresh as a daisy, and I can say that despite the burnout, Shahid is still fresh as a daisy for the meeting. So, meaning of fresh as a daisy is feeling fresh or energetic. An example would be this morning he arrived to work fresh as a daisy. I would encourage all of you, as I mentioned, to use the word of the day and idiom of the day throughout the meeting. And whenever one of the speakers are using the word of the day and idiom of the day, I would request the rest of the audience to give them, encourage them with a thumbs up. I would come back at the end of the meeting with my report. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Vrinda.
Thank you. When I saw Lakshmi today, this morning, I really felt fresh as a daisy because I've seen her after such a long time.
Thank you.
And
It's mutual.
well, let's now dive in deeper and basically start with something that's, going to help you feel again fresh as a daisy, and that's our Toastmaster J.K. Arora, because each time when he's speaking, it's probably like a recharge for you. He will challenge you. He will make you feel, oh, he's doing so much and I'm not doing as much at all. And this is a person who is reverse aging, and there's so much more to learn from him. So without further ado, I am going to introduce our first speaker of the day. And since I am the evaluator, I'm going to introduce a speech project too. So the first speaker of the day is Toastmaster J.K. Arora. The title of his speech is The Power of Questions, Unlocking Life's Potential. The Power of Questions, Unlocking Life's Potential. This is his pathway is Engaging Humor Level 3, Inspire Your Audience. And I'm going to read out his pathway, his speech project as well. I just need a second to find it out, please. Sometimes you're not prepared as much as I would like to be. Okay, here I have it. So the purpose of this project is for the member to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others. And so his speech purpose is to inspire the audience and connect with the audience. So let's again invite Toastmaster J.K. Arora for his speech, which is titled The Power of Questions, Unlocking Life's Potential. Over to you, Toastmaster J.K. Arora.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vrinda, for a wonderful introduction. So, good morning, fellow Toastmaster, esteemed guest. I'm J.K. Arora, alumni of IFT from New Delhi and founder and CEO of 18 years old company Cargo Business. I'm in level 3, Inspire Your Audience, Engaging Humor. So, the title is Power of Question, Unlocking Life Potential. So, I will start with a thought-provoking question. What would life be like if we stopped asking questions? So I'll start by a funny question. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field? Now that's a great question with a funny answer. But today we are going to explore how the right questions can be outstanding in every field of our lives. So my purpose of this speech is to inspire the right question and lead to growth and understanding and success. So in the end of a speech, you will see, and I assure you that whoever is focused and involved and explore the importance of question in various aspects of life. We all know Albert Einstein asked question, why did the apple fall down, and gave world famous gravitational theory and got Nobel Prize. So based on that, in 2003, I was drawing a handsome salary as export manager in Ox Limited. One day I asked myself, am I capable to start my own business? And in a 1 month, I left my high-paying job and started my venture, Cargo Movers, International Logistic and Customs. After 1 year, I have huge loss and left with no fund. I've asked myself, what are my strength and weakness? Why I have suffered loss? Am I capable to restart or switch over to job? My inner confidence answer to restart the business, because learning from mistakes and thereafter, though there is up and down, but questions drive me to learn more, to understand the business and human behavior. As Albert Einstein said, the more I learn, the more I realize how much I didn't know. So how are you really doing? So I'll ask a small question with emotions to Toastmaster Vrinda. How are you really doing? I saw you after long gap. Is everything fine? Now it can deepen friendship and show genuine care. When I ask a simple question, how are you really doing? It connects emotionally that I'm concerned with Toastmaster Vrinda. Now, the highlight how question can lead to greater empathy. The most important thing in question is hearing what isn't said. I'll take an example of an Apple company who says, how can we make this better? Leading to groundbreaking products. In question, come mission and vision is clarified of the Apple company. Same way in our also. I tell you my recent secret. I learned to swim in just 8 hours over 8 days. I've asked question to myself, what would if I weren't afraid? This pushed me out of my comfort zone, lead me to critical thinking, inspire action, and give personal motivation. And it reveals new perspective and solution. Even wonder why now we have a self-driving cars and automatic gear cars. This question has asked few years back. But if my car could drive itself while I nap, and innovation happens. So the question can lead to social impact and bring revolution. Martin Luther King Jr. asked, why can't we live in harmony? It led to movements for equality. We also know history. Anna Hazare asks question, why India can be bribe-free country? And a revolution took place. And all India media come forward and supported the movement. Everyone knows that. So next time I have faced a problem, my inner Sherlock Holmes asks, and I might solve the question of the missing TV remote. It's probably in the fridge. So the power of question is immense. They can enlighten us, connect us, and move us forward. So keep asking questions, keep learning, and most importantly, keep laughing. You never know what doors your question might open or what laughs they might bring. To bring more humor, I'll ask a question. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make us make up everything. What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite. So, what you can call a fake noodle and pasta. So the question brings the fun and the message which help us to explore more thing and to drive a learning and growth. So this is the lifelong learning. So just I'll request everyone forum to just ask question and develop yourself. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a really wonderful take on how questions can make all the difference in your life and in your perspective and interactions with others. Thank you for sharing your perspective as always. Now we come to the next section of our meeting, which is the table topics. And after the table topics, then we'll unpack a little bit more about a topic which is about does workplace wellness really matter, or it leads to a burnout where you eventually switch and move to something else. So before that, let's invite another celebrity of Sattvic Toastmasters, that's DTM Pramod. He's been a past president, he's been a club mentor to Sattvic, and he's no stranger to Sattvic. And he's also coming after a long time. So I'm waiting to hear from him. And what better way than to have him as a table topic master? So over to you, DTM Pramod, for this next section. Over to you.
Mr. President, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, and fellow Toastmasters, good morning. Today I am your table topic master. Chandra had already explained the timeline for table topics. Table topics is a session where you'll be given a topic and you have 30 seconds to think about it and organize your thoughts and come up with powerful idea and present it in 1 to 2 minutes duration. The minimum time is 1 minute. The maximum is 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It is actually 2 minutes. You will get 30 seconds grace period before wrapping up your table topic speech. That's all who is voluntary. We only have 4 people. Maybe we all can speak. Vidyasagar is also there. If you can switch on your video, then definitely we can have a good session. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people can definitely speak. Who wants to go first?
Okay, I'll start.
Okay, J.K. Arora. Your topic is the one thing that you could do at your workplace to improve the work-life balance.
Okay, good morning. So one thing is that I should give more involvement, means the employees should feel that they have an authority. Whatever the work is given, they take their own decision and they come with the answer if required to take permission, or otherwise they can do their work by their own because they are experienced, and if they require, we will give a training. So from starting in the morning, from punching till, and even they require an hybrid, we give the hybrid permission also, that they can work from home. But the accountability should be there, that whatever the job is there, they should cover up in the given duration or in the given time period. Yeah, thank you.
You can try and complete your time, J.K. Arora. You have 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes.
Okay.
Please do complete it.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So, apart from that, in workplaces, that when they should have a good bonding in between with all the employees, they should understand, means it's like an extended family, and they, if there's anyone issues there, they should resolve themselves with their with them, like they resolve in their family. And when they are working, they should discuss with their colleagues that this is the issue they are suffering, they are having, and come with a proper solution with that. So in work life place, like we spend more than 12 hours right now. So we should be a very it not should be very professional, that the employees will feel that there's a pressure like a school. It should be like open, at the atmosphere will should be, they should be express their self, and they will come with a new solution. So this is my take. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Who wants to go next? Vrinda.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Your topic is J.K. Arora spoke about one thing that you have to do at your workplace in order to create work-life balance. I'm asking this the opposite question. One thing you shouldn't be doing at your workplace in order to create work-life balance.
The one thing that you shouldn't be doing at your workplace so that you have your workplace work-life balance. That's an interesting take. And I think what matters if you have the work-life balance as a focus is discipline. So if you're disciplined, especially if you know how to say no, no, that matters a lot because it helps you decide how much you can take on your plate, how you want to handle your responsibilities, and do you at the end of the day feel like you have finished your work, or even if you're physically at home, mentally you're still at work. It has all happened to us. We have all been there wherein we have a pressure, work pressure, which could be because of a tight deadline or a huge project of which you are a part of. And these boundaries do merge in sometimes. But how is it impacting you? Is it a one-off situation or is it a regular feature? If it is a one-off, maybe you can deal with it. But if it is happening really often, wherein your boundaries are surpassed, then you have to take some action. And especially in my current scenario where I work 100% online, it often happens that I have to remember that this is something that I should not be doing so that I segregate my work and my personal life, because otherwise, even if you're sitting at work because you're at home, you might continue working despite the like beyond the working hours. So that's what I feel. It's about your personal boundaries that would help you determine when to work and when not to work. And if you want to say no to your boss, that's a different boundary that you have to cross from within. And the power will come from within. So that's my take. And back to table topic master.
Okay, thank you. That was quite an interesting turn of talk. So who wants to go next? Lakshmi or Shahid?
Yeah, I will go, Pramod.
Okay. Having friends at your workplace is a myth. The reality is only colleagues. Having friends at workplace is a myth. The reality is only colleagues.
Yeah, thank you, table topic master DTM Pramod. And today my topic is having friends at workplace is a myth and we have only colleagues. Yes, I partially agree and partially disagree with it based on the situation to situation. So there are, we will start our day as a daisy. We will go to office. We will start working. And during the work, we will face some burnouts. Then we will reach someone nearby or in the other teams. Sometimes we get help quickly. Then we feel like, oh, this colleague is very friendly and he is giving quick answers and he is helping me. Then the day went well and all happy. And the other day, some issue happened and we are struggling. We tried our best and we're trying to solve it, but we could not make it. Then we went to the same other friend or colleague. We feel like we asked the same thing. He also tried, and he was busy and he could not spend time with us. We feel like he's not helping. He is busy with his work. I have to work on my things and I have to solve my own things. He's just a colleague. He's not my very close friend. He can where he could not leave his work and give time to me. So here, based on situation to situation, it varies. But majority, I feel like it's colleagues only. Why? Because at the workplace, that is a professional place where you have to give your 100%, you have to exhibit your skills, and you have to solve your own problems. Instead of so many burnouts, you have to be your own boss and you have to resolve all your things. Colleagues will help sometime, but not always. There is a one famous quotation: the more you know, the less you fear. So try to know, if you are a technical person, you are doing any programming, so try to learn more on the programming, try to resolve the things on your own. That way you should not depend upon others, and you don't get a thinking in your mind whether he is a friend or a colleague. We will we will take their help, obviously, as is needed, but I feel like my take is like, at the workplace most of us are colleagues. With this note, I will hand over to the table topic master Pramod.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So Lakshmi, you are going next.
Okay.
You are not happy with your workplace, at your workplace. So you go and complain your boss that I'm not feeling good in my workplace, and he reacts. You are a supervisor, not a candy man. You are not here to sell candy and make everyone happy. Okay, you are a supervisor and not a candy man. You're not here to sell candies and make everyone happy. How will you respond to this statement?
Thank you, Table Topics Master DTM Pramod. I think in work, with regard to your profile and also your personality, you should never be rigid. You are not a supervisor or a candyman. You have to be a supervisor or a candyman depending on the situation you are in. So, because sometimes with your team, being a supervisor alone won't work. You might have to take up the role of a candyman also. If I take my personal experience right now, I have a founder who is a candyman, but who is also a very good supervisor and who's also a very good person with regard to execution and people skills. So I think when you are in a profile, in a professional profile where you are leading a team, when you are just restricting yourself to being a boss, being a supervisor, you are restricting yourself to being a boss. But when you are assuming different roles as per the requirement, as per the need of the situation, you become a leader then. And I think a team responds better to a leader than a boss, because everyone wants to be seen and heard. And if I am going to respond to a statement from my boss who tells me to be just a supervisor, my response to him would be that I would like to be a leader and not a boss, because that is one of my professional aspirations that I have. I want to be a leader. I want to develop myself as a leader. And for that, I will have to take up different uh, personalities that my team requires me to. And being a supervisor alone will not help me with my wellness, because I went to him at the first place to complain that I'm not feeling good. And if he is asking me to be something which would further make me feel disappointed, I would not probably accept the answer. I would ask him for further suggestions. That's all from my side, Pramod. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. And last, who's finally this Chandra.
Yes, Pramod.
If you can't convince your boss, it is always good to confuse him.
Okay.
If you can't convince your boss, it is always good to confuse him.
Can you please listen? If you
You want me to repeat the topic?
yes, Pramod.
Okay. If you can't convince your boss, it is better to confuse him.
Okay. So this happened. A lot of things happened in my career, corporate company, and this is almost I completed 14 plus, and always main thing like avoiding no for myself. So that's something it cost me as well, and health as well, and work pressure as well. So I'm trying to convince manager in all the way. So sometimes he's not accepting. So that time I'll make some other thing excuse so that he'll make confused and he'll make uh, understand to me what is exactly is going on in my hand in my head. It's very difficult things. Yeah. Sorry, I go to.
You're on mute.
Yes, Pramod.
It's over?
Yes, Pramod. Sorry.
Okay. Then you can try.
So no, I'll sorry.
You
Okay.
can give any situation, Chandra, where you face that a small incident also fine.
Okay, I'll just give you another topic. Since we are short of people, you can maybe take one more topic, Chandra. According to you, what is an ideal workplace? What is an ideal workplace for you?
So as per my opinion, like ideal workplace has to be growth myself and professional way as well. It should not impact other things. So has to be discipline, and it has to be enjoyment. Enjoyment has to be in the workplace, and has to be cooperation each other. So that will, you can say that growth in that path. I have to promote. So
Okay, fine. Vidyasagar, are you there to take one topic or table topic? I think he's not there. So thank you so much. I'm winding up the table topic session. I hope you enjoyed it thoroughly and giving back the control to Toastmaster of the day, Vrinda.
Thank you, DTM Pramod. That was really wonderful. And how the one thing that most employees love to talk about is their burnout and what happened and why. And so this is something wherein I can go endlessly talking about my burnout situations and stories. So moving on, I want to as a TMOD and talking about today's topic, which is does workplace wellness really matter? Here are a few things that I went researching and I found out. What I was doing is I was looking at research, like what is research saying? If the employees are saying A and the companies are hearing B, what is it? Like why does it happen? And when we all have participated in so many surveys, then despite the surveys, are the companies not able to hear or are they not listening enough? And here's the gist of the surveys. What it said is the most of the time what people do is people are looking is beyond wellness programs. What truly matters as per research, equitable pay, fair compensation, which is a fundamental aspect for any employee to be satisfied. We would join an organization only when we know about the pay, but you wouldn't know if that is equitable pay. Is it fair? Are you getting promoted equitably? If what matters, like, is your pay increasing or is it fair? The other thing that matters is transparency, because transparency can build trust. So open communication, reducing uncertainty. Another important aspect is recognition, because if you have an employee who is not getting any kind of boost to their morale, if there is, there is a lot of talk about, it's the me talk. What I mean by me talk is you have a leader who is thinking about their own promotion. Like, they talk about, oh, we are a company that, we invest in our people. We make sure that you're growing. But at the end of the day, you see them growing and you are still in the same place. Do you feel that you have been, will you trust such a leader? Will you feel that there is transparency in that organization? So trust does matter. Even that same trust, it's a big picture, it's a big thing in any team as well. J.K. Arora talked about trust. And trust does matter when you are trying to be a part of the team. You have to have a certain element of trust to, trust your team members, trust your leader, and your leader should have that trust that if I've entrusted something to my team, that job will get done or they will come back to me. Versus a person who's just kept keeping on telling you where you should work, how you should work, what were you doing, give you an account of how did they do it, all that thing. So these are some of the aspects. And one of the other critical aspects, as per what the research says, is it's about fulfilling work. Employees would seek meaningful work that aligns with their values and skills. That's something that's come up in most of the research, is what kind of work is assigned. Do the employees feel that they are part of the big picture? Whatever little work they are doing, how does it fit in the organization? Are they feeling valued or not? So these were some of the highlights, and I will wrap up in the next section, after the next section. And our next session that is coming up is evaluation. And for that, I'm going to invite the evaluator of the day, who is Toastmaster Vrunda again. And I'm going to evaluate the speech of our wonderful Mr. J.K. Arora. So now I'll wear my evaluator's hat. But before that, I want to ask Toastmaster Chandra for the timing for J.K. Arora's speech. How long was J.K. Arora's speech?
Yeah, it's 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
2 minutes, 10 seconds, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so Toastmaster J.K. Arora, thank you for your speech today. As usual, you came up with a topic and there was a lot of energy in terms of what we were hearing. You started on a lighter note. You talked about how the right questions can inspire somebody and lead to growth. You walked us through various examples. You started with a funny anecdote about Newton's "Why did the apple fall down?" That theory. And you said that, if Newton hadn't thought about it, maybe wouldn't have known about the theory about the gravitational force. So you gave us a lot of examples about you started with your personal example about how you started your own business, you faced a loss, and how you unpacked that by asking questions. And today you have a successful business that you've been running for the last 18 plus years. Then you talked about how are you really doing and hearing what they are not saying. So active listening is what you talked about. And you also talked about how we can make things better. You again gave a personal example about your swimming lessons and how within 8 days from not knowing swimming, you started to learn swimming and you've been a swimmer since. And you finished about again talking about examples about current leaders such as Anna Hazare and how he talked about why India can't be a bribe-free country and how it went on. So what I want to say is, one of the important aspects of your project today was to engage the audience. So a few things where there were shortcomings is there was no engagement here. You were talking to us, but you were probably reading through a script. What I would like to say is, and again, you couldn't, the minimum you have to speak is 4.5 minutes. We didn't touch that point. So my recommendation to you is to repeat this speech so that you are able to deliver it again. Use your body language, use gestures, give us more examples, but engage the audience so that it's a give and take of opinions, and that's how you can do better. One of your key strengths is inspiration. So in this way, you can inspire us and, even try it outside of Toastmasters. It will be a great, successful leader. So I would humbly request you to and challenge you to repeat this speech. So with that, all the best for your next project. And now I'll step back into my TMOD role and I would call in for the tag team reports. The first being the timer. I already asked you for the timer report for Toastmaster JK Arora, but can you help us with the timer reports for the table topics and evaluation, of course?
Thank you, Vrinda. So table topics from the Pramod took 2 minutes, and Shahid took 2 minutes 54 seconds, and myself 1 minute 30 seconds. Vrinda 2 minutes 9 seconds, and Lakshmi Nair 2 minutes 9 seconds. That over to Vrinda.
Thank you. How much was the evaluation time you said?
Evaluation is 3 minutes 10 seconds.
Okay. So the evaluator spoke more than the speaker. I think, for me, the discipline has to be to speak less, but yeah, I'm also, that's the thing that I try to do is how to reduce my speech. All the time, whenever I prepare for speeches also, I have so much to say that I have to think about how to reduce it. But without further ado, let's invite our R counter for today, Toastmaster Shahid, for his R counter report.
Yeah, thank you, TMOD. Once again, greetings of the day, fellow Toastmasters. Today, my role is an R counter. As a R counter, today I completely burn out looking at R's and ums and all the filler and crutch words. But final result is I am left with an empty basket. So I feel today is a good session among the sessions which I have attended, where I saw very little things only, the crutch words. So today it's a privilege of all the members who used very less R's and ums and and I don't see any pauses as well. So today is a good session and there is no report to individually to be present. And with this, I will hand over back to you, TMOD Vrunda.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahid. And now let's call somebody who's always looking fresh as a daisy, Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair, for her report as a grammarian.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vrinda. To be honest, I initially forgot that I had to note down the good usages and the not so good usages because the session started off on a very engaging note and all of us were interacting. And then it was towards It was a few minutes into the meeting that I realized that, oh, I have to write down. But then I have a lot of good thing is, again, I have a lot of very good usages of language and very few, maybe 2 or 3 not so good usages. And despite having such a low attendance today, we had multiple usages of word of the day and idiom of the day, which tells us that all of us are fresh as a daisy and very alert and very much warmed up to the meeting. So going through some of the good usages, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Vrinda used words and idioms such as fit into the company culture, unpack, deadline, boundaries, merge, segregate, fair compensation, fundamental aspect, transparency, key strength. Toastmaster J.K. Arora had a lot of good usages in his throughout his speech. Some of them were thought-provoking, outstanding, groundbreaking, comfort zone, critical thinking, harmony. The distinguished Toastmaster Pramod used psychological safety myth. Some of the not so good usages where someone said give in a context where the word must could have been gave. Someone said concerned with when the right usage in that context was concerned for. Someone said has asked, which in that context was asked. The word of the day was used by Toastmaster Vrinda and Toastmaster Shahid. Toastmaster Vrinda used the word of the day twice and Toastmaster Shahid used the word of the day thrice. Idiom of the day was again used by Toastmaster Vrinda and Toastmaster Shahid. Vrinda thrice and Shahid once. That's all from my side. It was a great meeting and I enjoyed attending it after a long time. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Vrinda.
Thank you, DTM Lakshmi. That was wonderful. Very detailed report. So although you missed out, I mean, you got lost into the conversation that we were having. Again, as I said, a very interesting conversation. You still tracked so many things. So that was wonderful. That's the sign of DTMs. They always manage to get into the flow, yet show up and as if they have practiced for so many years is the kind of any output that you get from them, be it a speech or be it a simple report like this. So that's the DTM feature. And now let's move on to our hot topic, which is, does workplace wellness really matter? And I'm going to throw a few things more and just conclude. I'm not going to take too much of time, but here are a few things that come into my mind and that came through my research. One is constructive feedback, trust. I'm just going to put in some words. Sense of purpose. Managers who actually care. We need something called real job security. So be transparent. Appreciation. Freedom to work as you want. No more toxic culture. And we all talked about it, healthy work-life balance. So these are some of the words that I was, or things that I was researching. So the bottom line and some of the takeaways that came to my mind is value and support. Beyond physical wellness programs, we all need to feel valued and supported. So whatever gym memberships you give, your company mugs and coffee mugs that you give us, uh, those wellness town halls that we have, or those inspirational town halls, what matters is at the shop floor or at the workplace, how do you make us feel? Recognition. Regular recognition can significantly enhance productivity. The last one, inclusive culture. Creating a culture which and transparent work environment is crucial for any employee to feel engaged and satisfied. So if you're looking at the bottom line, which is to make profit, invest in your people and invest the right way so that they feel valued. And in my opinion, workplace wellness does not matter. With that, I end the theme for today and I hand it over to the wonderful President Toastmaster Shahid to take this forward. Over to you, Toastmaster Shahid.
Thank you, TM Modi, Toastmaster Vunda, for an wonderful insight and deep dive into the wellness topic at the workplace. We really enjoyed all your suggestions and all your data which you have given. Yeah, definitely we will make our workplace as a healthy place with all those inputs, definitely. Yeah, today I feel like it's a great session. Why? Because every one of us will be working here and there, and we will be having those pressures, and how to manage those pressures we know. But as an today's topic, we learn a bit more, and we will definitely practice those and make our work-life balance. So workness, as being most of the people of family person, so we need a work-life balance. Otherwise, it is going to be a tough. So I hope we will all balance our work as well as our personal life. So with this, we have come to end of our today's meeting. So before ending, I'll just close with a quotation. Coming together is a beginning, working together is a progress, and staying together is a success. So we all came here with the platform of Toastmasters together, and we are working with all our activities. And definitely, I feel like we will definitely succeed with our goals which we have and the directions which we are heading. And we will take all the burnouts, and we will, after these burnouts, we will learn the things, and we will start our days as a daisy to flourish in our activities and all those things. So with this enthusiasm, I will start my Sunday. I hope you all also have enjoyed the meeting as I did. Thank you. Thank you so much. With this, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shahid.
Yeah, thanks, Pramod. Thanks,
Shiv.
Lakshmi.
Thank you all.
Keep joining. Yeah,
Yeah,
if you have 2 minutes, I
okay.
just want to talk. If you have
Yes.
just 1 or 2,
Yeah,
I will
we'll
just
stay for
stop
2
the
minutes.
record. I will just
I-
stop the recording.